All right, we're live, I hope. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if it pops up. Is it gonna work? I see it's working. Woohoo! Okay. Let's get everything pulled up. And there we go. Perfect. Yay, we're live. Hi, everybody. Today we are doing the colorful Fineliner Thunderdome. For those of you who don't know what in the hell this is the kind of, I've been doing reviews of colorful fine liners for a few months now, and what we're going to be doing today is testing these pens against each other. All of my reviews were the pens just based on themselves, like how they looked. But this is going to actually be looking at them in relationship to each other so we can figure out which ones are the best ones. Now, the last time I did this was last year, and I did a gel pen version, and it was the first time I had done something like that, and it was remarkably inefficient. So we've made some adjustments this time. I apologize if you get the background noise of the air conditioner, but it is balls hot, and I am not about to sacrifice. I'm not prepared for the amount of boob sweat that's going to happen if I turn the air conditioning off. So we're not going to do that. Anyway, I see a ton of you guys in the comments, and I'm not even going to be able to get to all of you right now, but I'm glad you're all here. I have my daughter Katie is sitting next to me. Katie is a left-hander, and as you guys, if you watched the last one, Katie came on to test for you lefties out there, and she's going to do it again and also help me in managing this situation. You think I should pull up the Google form on my iPad so you can enter into the iPad while I'm testing, so we're not just doing it on my laptop, which I need to watch the chat. Still not completely efficient, but we're figuring this shit out. Okay. Let's grab my iPad and let's pull up. So what we're doing for today is I'm not going to be talking about price. I am not going to be talking about I'm not going to be talking about price. I'm not going to be talking about variety or like things that are arguably, no noise. Keep you quiet, little iPad. Where's my fucking, I don't know how to do shit. That's not it either. Shit. Where do you turn the volume down? Is this
Here,
it?
just give it to me.
I got it. It's muted. Okay. I'm super professional. Anyway, I am not going to be, I gotta figure out how to get this fucking form sent to myself. All right. So.
Get a shareable link and email it to yourself.
Yeah, but I don't have access to email on this. I can text it to myself, but I have my phone right there. I'm good. Hold on. Let me just open up the form and I'll find the short link, and I can just copy it over. Anyway, so I'm not going to be talking about things that are arguably, no, not this one. It's not what I want. I'm not going to talk about things that they're not judged against each other. They are just for information. So the way this is going to work is that we're going to test a bunch of different categories, and then we are going to score them, and we're going to score them on a scale of 1 to 5 eggplants. 1 being the best eggplant, the worst eggplant, and actually 0 being the worst eggplant, and 5 being 0 to 5 eggplants. Yes, thank you, Katie. I thought I was so prepared, and obviously I'm not, but that's hell. I'm a fucking hot mess. This all get out. So T4. Sorry, I'm pulling up my survey. Anyway, so we're going to score all of these different categories, and I'm going to calculate like the amount of overall eggplants. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to do a roundup of these with all of the eggplant scores, as well as talking about price compared to each other, variety of number of colors, availability, whether they're easily available just in general, whether they're available overseas. So all of those things will be looked at on Tuesday in the final video, but today is all about the testing. Here we go. So this is how I have it set up on my iPad. It's actually a form, and we're going to fill out for each of these are the varieties of pens that we're looking at, and we're going to fill it out, and then it's going to go to a Google Sheet. And once everything's filled out in the Google Sheet, including price, variety, all those things, I will make the Google Sheet public on Tuesday when I publish the video, and you'll be able to go and look at all of the information that we have come up with and make your own judgments. Now, remember, this is all my opinion and my kid's opinion. This is subjective, so you may have different opinions than I do, just to upfront that. To give you some background on me so you kind of know where I'm coming from, the biggest thing you need to know is I am extremely heavy-handed, and that plays a role in what pens I like and what pens I don't like and how quickly I wreck pens. So I'm heavy-handed and I'm right-handed. Katie, are you heavy-handed? Do you push down super hard when you write? Like, do you feel like the pressure? It feels like your hand is going to cramp up? No. So Katie is left-handed and not heavy-handed. So, and are you what is it, curling, or do you angle the paper, or do you angle your hand when you write as a lefty? You angle your hand, don't you? You don't turn the paper?
I can't, or else it just gets
Yeah,
worse.
okay. So I will tell you the categories that we'll go over the pens that we're going to be testing, and I'm sorry if it keeps bouncing. Katie's kind of right up next to the, yeah, you're like, stop bouncing it. You're gonna make people puke, dude. Okay, stop it. Okay, the hook, thank you. All right, so let me get back to the comments over here. All right, so first we'll talk about the pens that we're looking at today. I have done individual videos on almost all of these. I haven't done videos on a few of them because one set I bought today and one I just haven't gotten around to yet. And those videos will come later, but the rest of these all have individual videos associated with them. So we have the Statler Tripless Fineliners. I have this pack. Then we have the Artist Loft Fineliners from Michaels. That's this pack. We have the Stabilo 30.88, which is these guys. The Le Pens, which I've got the whole collection of in this cup right here. Tombow twin tone markers, which the whole pile of them is over in my pen holder, but they're these guys. I'm gonna add these into the Fineliner mix. We have the Bic Intensity, which are these guys. I'm just keeping these ones in here because I don't wanna, my desk is already fucking covered in pens. Covered, okay. The Zebra Sensations, Sarasa Zebra Sensations Fineliners. The Pilot V Razor Point, which are these guys. Sharpie Art Pens, which is this pack. They're basically Sharpie pens, like not the permanent ones, but the other ones. They just have a different name, but they're the same thing. And then for Papermate flares, we have three kinds. We have the regular, like medium point Papermate flares. We have the liquid Papermate flares, and we have the ultra fine Papermate flares. Those ones I have not done. I've done a video on the liquid flares, but I have not done a video comparing the ultra fine to the medium. That is on my list. And then this last set, which I bought today and I haven't even opened yet, are these pens somebody recommended to me from Walmart. They are Pen Plus Gear, distributed by Walmart. I'll tell you the price on these, you guys. These 20 count. This was $3.95 for this 20 pack of pens. Easily the cheapest set in this entire pile. Like, I'm not going to go into prices right now, but unless I'm very much mistaken, these Zebra Sensations are the most expensive, and these Walmart ones are by far the cheapest. All right? So those are all the different pens. Now, so Katie, the way we're going to do this is you just write the category here, whatever it is.
I can figure out how to use a Google sheet.
No, I know, but we're just make sure to put the category in, okay?
Yes,
when we
Mom.
start. Now, the categories we're going to be looking
I
at.
love how the Google form is purple.
Yes. The categories that we're going to be looking at today. So these are the ones we're going to be testing today. We are going to look at bleed through. We're going to do the lefty test. We're going to test dry time. We're going to see if they're water resistant, how vibrant they are, how durable they are. And then we're going to look at, are they one of the pens you can leave the cap off? Because there's a couple of sets of these that you can. We're going to check the spooge test, which is when you put your pen down and it leaves that blob of ink, or when you stop. You know, sometimes it doesn't write evenly. The spooge test was big with the gel pens. It's a little less of an issue with fineliners, but some of them do spooge pretty badly. How comfortable they are when you hold them. We are going to check how scratchy they are when you write with them. Whether or not they leave the braille-y indentation on the back of the paper when you write with them. Again, I'm heavy-handed. And then we're going to do a couple of tests with other things. So we're going to color with a little color pencil and write on top of them, because so many of these are used for coloring. being able to use them with something besides pen, like being able to layer them with color pencil, is something that colorful fine liners should be kind of checked against to see if you can use them with different kinds of media or if you only can use them by themselves. And then we're going to test them with highlighters. Why was spooge not on the... Because Claire, spooge actually means what it sounds like. So, and the highlighters I'm going to use are mild liners. And the reason I'm using mild liners is because those are the highlighters that I tend to use the most. I found that these are a little less juicy than some other highlighters. And because these are fine liners, I don't anticipate a lot of them are going to be highlighter friendly. A lot of fine liners aren't. So I didn't want to bring on like a hardcore, super sloppy highlighter and just give none of them a positive chance. Now the paper we're testing on is in my sketchbook. This is not thin ass sketch paper. This is nicer drawing paper. It feels comparable to some planners, probably a little less thick than like an Inkwell Press or an Erin Condren, but it's not like thin copy paper either. So this is a nice happy medium. It's not hardcore paper, but if you're going to color, most coloring books are going to have paper about this quality or even worse. So it's good to know whether it's going to bleed through on something that's a little bit less thick.
Coloring book paper is shit.
Yeah, so, but I'm not going to test on complete shit paper. I'm going to test on not as good as my good paper, but not as shit as my shit paper. This is like medium paper. All right, that's what we're going to go with today. All right. Yes. So we're going to be talking about all of these today. Now, again, I'm going to preface this before we get started, that this is subjective. So, and if you are in the comments on the live chat, or if you're watching this after the fact, feel free when we're on each kind of pen, if you've used them before, to offer your experiences with them. Feel free, because this is all subjective. And I am not the definitive queen. This is going to be for my definitive fine liner. And I love fine liners. Fine liners are my favorite kinds of pen because when you are heavy-handed, fine liners are some of the most comfortable pens you can write with because they're more cushiony than gel pens, which are a lot more pointy and they're not so like smushy. I like my tip to be a little smushy, but not too smushy. So firm.
Inappropriate, Mom.
Yes, Katie, I do. Okay. All right. I did not see that, Lisa, but thank you for maybe I did see that. I'm not sure if I did, but I will add those to my list to grab more because I can do more videos on these later. So let me write that down so I don't forget it. Monami
Hey, Mom,
plus
do you have
pen.
the stylus around?
Yeah, it's right there
Where?
on my other desk. Right there. Here, you need to put the little butt on the end of it.
Where is it?
It's right there. What is that? Monami. Writing this down. Plus pen. 3,000. All right, I got that written down. Okay. Anyway, I gotta leave that open though because that has my notes. All right. So anyway.
Where's the Minecraft music coming from?
Probably from RJ. That's really loud. RJ, turn it down, dude. We hear it.
The Minecraft
I'm gonna get
music.
demonetized. Turn it down. Or go play in the other room.
What?
We can hear your music.
Take off your headphones for a
Take off your headphones. We can hear your music. Turn it down. Oh my God.
I can't hear it.
We could hear it.
I can't.
But we...
I can't.
What is going on?
No,
Okay.
I can't hear it right now.
All right. This pen Monchel, I'm pretty sure came from a Simply Gilded subscription. Anyway, sorry, distracted. Okay, here we go. Let's start with, we'll start with the bleed through test because then we can let that dry and go into some of the other tests. So we'll start.
It's not working.
Huh? You need to, you're not drawing. Get back into the.
I'm gonna. But wait.
Plug this into the bottom for like 30 seconds and then it'll be synchronized. Here's the little cap. Anyway. Okay. I have the Arteza. I forgot those. We need to add those too. I have those too. Oh my God, where did I put them? Thank you for the reminder. Because I got those. We have to add another pen to the pile. Where the hell did they go?
They're not on the.
No, they're not because I forgot that I had them. I am so on top of all of my shit. Where the hell did I put them? I bought them and I wanted to try them against everything else. Like, Oh, are they down here? Question mark? No. Are they down here? Question mark? No. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. We're taking one more second, you guys. I have one more pack of pens to find. That just reminded me, and I bought those. Shush, Katie. Ha! There they are. These pens, I have feelings about them. So we need to add these to the Arteza fine liners. There we go. Now we're good. I did review these. All right, let's see here. Let me go and add them in to the situation here. Arteza. Okay, Katie, you need like refresh that page because I just added a category to it. Mm-hmm. And it should be at the very bottom.
I still hear the music.
Yeah. RJ, turn it down. We can hear it.
We can hear Minecraft music.
Is it on in your room?
Oh, it's a different game. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway.
I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, now we're gonna get started. Okay.
What category are we doing
It's a
first?
different
Okay.
game.
The first category that we're doing is bleed through. All right. So just run me down the list because I want to keep them in order so it's easier for you to figure this out. All right.
Stapler triplets fine liner.
Okay. So we're gonna go with the blacks. I think I have a black for all of these. There were a couple of pens that I
I thought you
reviewed.
were doing colors, Mom.
Yeah, but
It's
the black-
colorful- It's a colorful fine liner.
Okay,
study.
fine. Then I'll do purple. I'm going for a dark color here. So this will be bleed through.
Like it's called colorful, not black.
Thank you, Katie. Okay. So this is Statler. Statler only shadows a little bit, so I'd give it a 4 out of 5 eggplants. Just put the number 4.
Artist Loft fine liners.
Artist Loft fine liners. And we'll double check and we'll look at all of these together as well, but just for the sake of Katie entering things in, we're gonna just get them written. So Artist Loft. Same as Statler. Give it a 4. Yeah, you guys think her,
Scipio 30.88.
you think her commentary is hilarious.
Wait, what?
They think your commentary is hilarious. They don't live with you. That's a very different purple than I was expecting. Okay. That one's also a 4. These are all doing pretty well with bleed through so far. Thus far,
This is not interesting. I need.
you need to lie. That's fine, Katie. You can be as entertaining as you want to be. All right.
This is why I'm drawing.
What's next, Katie?
Le Pens.
Le
And then
Pens.
Tombow Twin Tone.
And then Tombow Twin
I'm
Tone.
drawing. I have to tell you the next thing.
Le Pens get a 5. Tombow Twin Tone.
Fascinating.
I'm using the small end, the fine end for the Tombow Twin Tones for this because the other end is more like a marker tip. So, okay, the Tombow Twin Tone gets a 3.
Are you sad?
Yes.
Because you like Tombow?
No, I like those pens, but those are not my favorite fine liners to write with. I already know that.
Alright, Bic Intensity.
She's just typing numbers so that when I add them up on the spreadsheet, they'll add. I don't think Google Sheets translates emoji numbers. Bic Intensity. Bic Intensity gets a 4.
Zebra Sensations. Do you not like these?
I am biased. I will tell you already that these pens, I think the reason these pens give me so much issue, it's not just because they're not greatest, it's because I had such high hopes for them.
It's like you're so expensive. Please.
Yeah, and I like the other Zebra products I had. So having these pens, like, oh, but for the bleed through though, I would give the Sensations, probably because they're not that pigmented, I would give them a 5.
See, but I don't want to.
I'll show you the whole, you just knocked it. Stop knocking the camera.
But I want to scoot in so I can see.
I thought it was boring. Okay.
I want to look at all the colors, not your writing.
What's next? You're knocking the camera, Katie. What's next? Oh my God. This whole thing's gonna go down. Like it's like I have to get this fixed. It's like breaking. So if this whole thing falls apart, I'm blaming you. Okay, what's next?
I'm just watching the.
What's next?
Wait, what'd you get to see, bro?
Zebra Sensations. They got a 5.
Oh shoot. Pilot V Razor Point.
Pilot. These are gonna bleed. I'm pretty sure. Pilot. Katie. Yeah, these ones actually have bleed through spots. They get a 1. It's not completely.
Hey, wait,
no, actually, let's make it 2.
Someone said it's not the Blair Witch Project. It's the Flare Witch Project.
Oh my God! You can't start the puns. If we start,
they didn't say the second part.
Okay.
I just added that.
Actually, give Pilot a 2 because it's not completely bleeding through. It just bleeds through in a couple of spots. So give Pilot
Yeah,
the.
it's the Flare Witch Project, which are next after the Sharpie art pens.
All right, Sharpie art pens. Fuck you, open this thing. I remember thinking to myself that this thing is not my favorite thing. Sharpie art pens. Here we go.
See, people love the puns, Mom. You gotta.
Sharpie gets a 4.
You gotta support the people. It's a democracy.
Not a cheerocracy. Okay, what's the next one? Which flare?
Sharpie art. Oh, what'd you give that?
I gave that one a 4.
Papermate Flares Ultra Fine.
Papermate Flares Ultra Fine. All right. Flare Ultra Fine gets a 3. What's next? Flare Medium?
Yeah. They get a 3, right?
Flare Ultra Fine gets a 3.
Don't you really like the Papermate Flares?
I do. The Flare Medium is actually a little bit less for some reason, so I would give that a 4, which is odd to me, but whatever.
Liquid.
Yeah, sorry if I'm blurry for any of you guys. I just reset it and it came back somewhat okay. I don't know if it's my internet or what, so I apologize if it's a little blurry for you.
You just knocked the camera yourself, Mom.
Thanks, Katie. And so then the
It
liquid,
wasn't even me that time.
the liquid flares. I don't know where my purple one is. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is. So I'm gonna use blue.
Sad.
Yeah, flare. These are the juiciest, which I guess makes sense because they're called
a
liquid.
liquid
Like it's so shiny. Oh yeah, that's a 1. Give the flare liquid a 1.
It's not a 0.
No, it's not a 0, but it's a 1.
Pen
Okay,
Gear Fine Point Markers.
that's the new guys. I haven't even opened these yet.
So far, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, the bleed through's actually not bad on most of these. So
The
that's
the only 2 that got less than 3 were Pilot and Papermate Liquid.
okay. So this is pen plus gear, and that one is a 3.
Arteza Fine Liners.
Okay.
The ones you forgot.
The ones I forgot. Arteza. Here we go. I don't know if that's purple or not. These pens are janky to figure out colors. I have to keep them in exact order or they're gonna confuse the shit out of me. It's one of the things I remember from that review was thinking about how irritated I was about that. Arteza.
I think it looks beautiful.
Okay, Arteza gets a 4. All right, so those are the pens for bleed through. And if we look at them comparatively speaking, I don't know if you can see it very well or not, but as you can see, most of them are pretty good. You have a couple. One here, which is the Stabilo.
Do you have the Google Sheet opened up? So you can. I just submitted the first one.
I know it'll be okay. We're not going to worry about that right now, though. So if you look at this, the Pilot has a little bit of bleed through. The Liquid Flare has a little bit of bleed through, and the Stabilo has a little tiny bit of bleed through. Now, when it comes to, we can also check the The Braille, if you guys don't know what I mean by that, it's when you write on paper
Is that the
and
next category?
yeah, just put in Braille. Yeah, this is mid-weight paper. The lower the
How do you
number,
spell it?
Braille. Yes, 5 is the best. 5 is the best. So, and only one of them I think got a 5. So looking at this on the other side for looking at the Braille, you guys aren't going to be able to see this very well. But when I say Braille, it's when you're heavy-handed, or even if you're not heavy-handed, and you write with, you write and it leaves that like ridged, like it leaves the impression on the other side of the paper. Now, I don't have a problem with this very often with fine liners, but I do sometimes. And looking at this, and I'm feeling along for the impressions. They all leave a tiny bit of impression, very, very tiny. All of them do, except for the medium flare. The medium flare leaves, and the Pilot V Razor. The medium flare and the Pilot V Razor both get a 5. I'm sorry if I'm going at this in a weird angle, but Pilot V Razor and medium flare both get a 5.
Can you please just go from the top, Mom?
Okay, go from the top. All right. So Statler, okay, so Statler gets a 4. Artist Loft gets a 3. Stabilo gets a 4. Le Pen gets a 5.
Pretty sure that's
Like it's embossed, Geek of all trades. That is exactly it. It feels. Which one got a 5? The best one for bleed through was the Zebra Sensations, was one, and the Le Pens. Both of those were the best for bleed through. Yeah, Le Pen and Sensations both were the best for bleed through. Like the least bleedy. The worst bleedy by far was the Liquid Flare.
Who would
Although
have guessed?
the Pilot V Razor also.
Who would have guessed it's something called
Yeah.
liquid?
So,
Bleeds through a lot.
now we're on to Tombow Twin Tone gets a 0. Tombow Twin Tone leaves a ridge the same way that a gel pen does. Like
Wow,
it's the
Tombow is
entire,
really-
the entire phrase of Tombow Twin right here is ridged. If I close my eyes, I can feel the ridges.
Wow, Tombow is really, really not holding up.
Big Intensity gets a 5. Zebra Sensations gets a 5. Pilot V Razor gets a 5. The Sharpie pens get a 5. Ultrafine Flare gets a 4. The medium flare gets a 5. The liquid flare gets a 3. Like, what the hell, man?
Because it's so liquidy. That
Yeah, it like
just,
leaves it's like the first and the last letter and the first letter have ridges, but the middle is fine. So give it a 3 because that's fucking weird. Pen plus Gear gets a 4, and Arteza gets a 5. So a lot of these pens did really well for the ridge, the ruffles have ridges test, and I think it's because, they're fine liners, so they're more cushiony than gel pens are, which makes sense because the Tombow Twin Tone has a bit of a different tip than the rest of them do, and so does the Liquid Flare. Those both actually have similar tips to each other, so it makes sense that they would be the most obnoxious. Nice, Mikey. Yes, thank you for the heads up about the Monami pens. I will get them and review them. I'm sorry I don't have them for this. All right, so the next category that we are on is these are all dry, let's do water resistance. Now, again, much like the highlighter is going to be, most of these pens do not claim to be water resistant. So if they are not water resistant, it's not a bad thing. But we are rating them, and it's important to know if any of them are water resistant. So but it's not like a value judgment on the pen. So I'm just getting some water in my water brush, and we're going to just go down the row with these. All right, here we go. So Statler, no. So we're not gonna do numbers for these because these do not get counted in the rating because none of them are claiming to be water resistant. I
So
think
it's either yes or no.
yeah, it's either yes or no.
Because
So
you either bleed or you don't.
yeah, and so this is more for information's sake rather than for judging's sake. Artist Loft. Oh no, but that's pretty though. I like how that's smeared.
Wow, Mom.
Here we go. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys can get a better look. There we go. All right. To my thought of the Rouchon Petites. I will see if I can look them up. All right, Stabilo. Nope. Les Pens. Whoa. I don't know if that's just because it's a light color or not. I need a different Les Pen. I need like a darker one. Let's take this teal for Les Pen. I'm just gonna write this here. We're gonna come back to the Les Pen because that doesn't look like the water's bothering it, but it's also a really pale color, so it's hard to tell. So I'm gonna go back to the teal after I let it dry. Tombow Twin Tone. Nope. Bic Intensity. Nope. Zebra Sensations. Whoa. It didn't budge. Look at that.
Shook.
Zebra Sensations for pens that surely disappointed me for other reasons. Do these say that they're water resistant? It does say water resistant. Well, then that's a good thing that they actually are water resistant. Okay.
I mean,
Exactly, Rachel. So that's
they're
the thing.
felt tip pens. They use liquid as their.
Yeah, most of
ink.
them are water based, so it's not a surprise that most of them aren't water resistant. Pilot V, most definitely not. Sharpie pen. Sharpie pen is.
It is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sharpie pen is water resistant. Flare, nope. I'm assuming all the flares won't be because they're the same ink. Nope. And whoa.
Hey, Mom,
Okay.
you messed up.
What? God damn it. We'll just put 0. But all 3 of the flares are a no. Pen plus gear, nope. And Arteza, nope. All right, so let's go back to this lay pen. Okay, that lay pen totally smeared, so I think it was because that was a light color. So the lay pens are also a no. So coming out of this, the Sharpies and the Zebra Sensations are the only 2 sets out of this entire lineup that are water resistant. Just as a point of knowledge. All right. So you guys can see this whole, it almost looks like they were highlighted.
Man, it makes me so mad that there's just a 0.
It's okay, we'll fix it. We'll go back in and fix it. I'm thinking that this may be a predictor for what the highlighter is going to do as well. Like I'm wondering if I'm going to save this other side for the highlighter because I'm curious to see if the highlighter results are similar to this because these all look like they were highlighted. So anyway, let's move forward to, let's go to the spooge test. So while we're at this, I could probably have just checked this with the spooge test, but I'm just going to set the pen down. I'm going to set it down and then draw a line, and we're going to see if there's a spooge. All right? We'll do a different color. So, thanks, Katie. Okay. So we'll start with the Statlers.
Oh, God, your chat is just...
Yeah, that's the...
Why am I more mature than your chat?
Because you're not with your friends right now. We're going to go with blue for this time around. All right? Spooge. So we're going to just start with this, put a brush down, and then go.
Mom, look at the...
You guys are great. All right, so the Statler is a 4 on the spooge test. Very slight amount of spooge. This is when the trolls are going to come rambling on in. I have to keep putting it back to live chat, and it keeps switching back, but I'm terrified that somebody is going to show up and start being gross. Well, grosser.
Auto-corrected to sponge.
Sponge. That's fine. I'll know what it means. Okay, so we're going to go with the blue here. Fine line. So these are the Artist Loft. The Artist Loft gets a 3. A little bit more. The dot doesn't get bigger, but it bleeds through on the other side. A little spoogy. Stabilo.
a spooge?
What's a spooge? In this situation, I'm referring to the way the ink comes out when you put the pen down onto the paper. Like, does it leave a puddle
You didn't
or
even
not?
have to answer it. You tried to answer
Oh,
it
good.
for you.
There we go. You guys are awesome. Lakina, I can see which one you're interested in. Okay, so here's the Stabilo, which is my personal favorite. Oh, Stabilo. Oh, zero in on this spooge. Where's the bum, bum, bum? Stabilo. Oh, you get a 1 on the spooge test. My favorite friend. Why you have to play me like that?
You get a 1?
Stabilo is my favorite.
A
And
1?
a 1.
Okay.
Okay, where are we at? Which one are we on?
Le Pens.
Le Pens.
Mom, you have the order written right there.
We do have the order written right there. Le Pen gets a 3.
It's a 33 apparently.
Tombow Twin Tone. Tombow Twin Tone gets a 4, which is nice. They need to come back. Where are we at? Bic Intensity.
Why do you have so many pens?
Dude, why? How can you even ask that question? Oh, Bic Intensity gets a 2. Oh, Bic Intensity. You were doing
I love the good
so...
advice of don't look it up on Urban Dictionary.
Yes, don't look it up on Urban Dictionary. The Pen Trail, Stephanie. Okay, Zebra Sensations. You've been proving me wrong this whole time. Are you gonna do me dirty by being good?
We were really penning our hopes on them, and they failed
Katie.
us.
No. Zebra also gets a 2.
Wait,
It's another Zebra gets
wait, what did Vic get?
a 2. So does Zebra. They're higher on this. They've got a higher spooge factor. Okay, I'm Pilot V Razor. Oh, this is gonna be spoogey. I'm pretty sure. No, it's not. Wow. Okay, that one gets a 4. Pilot V Razor gets a 4. Sharpie Art Pen. This stupid container. Ugh. Don't like you.
Why don't you just keep all the pens out?
Because I'm changing up the colors. Oop. Sharpie Art Pen gets a 3.
Why?
No, it gets a 4. I mean a 2.
Why are you changing up the colors?
Because I am. Yeah, that gets a 2. Sharpie Art Pen gets a 2.
Okay.
Where are we at?
You said that it was really inefficient last time, so why don't you make it more efficient by just keeping the pens
Katie.
out? You solved
Katie!
the problem you were talking about.
Oh my god, I am not going to argue with you right now. This is Ultra Fine. Ultra Fine gets a 3. Medium gets a 2. Now for the liquid flare. I'm gonna
Oh boy.
Whoa. I'm gonna do that again. Holy shit. Liquid flare gets a 3. I did not see that coming. All right. Pen plus gear, aka Walmart pens. Kind of rooting for the Walmart pens. No, they get a 3. Okay.
-3?
No, they get a 3, not -3. And then Arteza. Arteza gets a 3. All right, so there's some spooginess going on here.
Who would have guessed that liquid Fineliners
Yeah, no.
spooge?
Okay. Now, when it comes to
Mom, what water brush pen is that?
the water brush, this is a Prima Marketing flat brush. They sell a set of 3 of them, and this is one of them. I think it's the not the smallest, but maybe the second smallest one of the 3. The medium-sized one, I think. All right. So Now what we're gonna do here is kind of a couple of tests in one. We need to check out the comfort when you're holding them and their vibrancy and their durability. So I'm gonna write with each of them and I'm going to judge all three of those things individually, all right? So we're gonna start with comfort while holding them, all right? I'm gonna come back to you later. Comfort while holding them, are you ready? I'm gonna write my name, I'm gonna sign my name, because often when I sign my name, I can know, I'm not gonna do that, you guys will be able to copy my signature. I'm gonna write something, and like a word, and we'll see how comfortable they are. All right, so we're gonna start, is it the Statlers the first? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go for some kind of a red here. We're gonna go for red. I was gonna write in cursive. Cursive always tells you. The other thing that we need to also comment on is this is gonna be kind of awkward. Well, we'll talk about
Someone is confused about the twos.
It's too small to see. Here. If you get up close, you can see these like dots here where it like bleeds through a little bit. That's where they're all coming from. There we go. Okay. Here we go. So we're gonna go with the Statler. I hate how this pen feels. I don't like it. I find this pen to be, it's not the worst. It's not my favorite. It doesn't fit in my callus very well. I've been honest about this before. This particular pen shape is not my thing. So for me, the Statler gets a 2. Write my name and my credit card number.
This whole category is extremely subjective.
This is very subjective. For me, the Statler gets a 2. And I'm going to make some notes on the side of this for a couple of other categories. So we can go back in and enter these in a bit. All right. So this category is going to be for the cap. We're going to either do does the cap stay on or does the cap not stay on the butt? Because that's something that bothers me. And then...
Doesn't you lose your caps?
Yeah. So I'm going to note, and then the other thing that I want to note is whether or not a rating on the number of how the pen feels. Cap. There we go. And then a rating of durability for how the nibs feel for me pressing down. And the one thing I will say about the Statler cap sucks. Like, it doesn't stay on at all. So the cap is a no. But the durability, I would give the Statlers a 5. I find that the Statlers, for me, I don't like them. But actually, I lied. I'm gonna make it a 4. Because they do start to squish. But they actually hold up really well, even with as long as the nib actually is. There we go.
Can I have all the pens you don't like?
Maybe. What's next? Artist Loft? Okay, so comfort. This is also a triangle, but it's a lot softer than the triangle of the Statler. Like, you almost don't even notice it's a triangle at first when you look at it because it's much more rounded. So I would give the Artist Loft for comfort. I would give the Artist Loft for comfort probably a 4. The cap stays on. Durability, it's bending. I can give it a 3. Like, I don't think it's completely bending, but it is, I can feel it giving a little bit underneath my heavy hand. Yeah, it's a lot rounder and smoother than the Statler. All right, Stabilo's next. Now these have the octagon shape. I find it a lot more comfortable than I do because I find that it sits right in my callus perfectly, and the octagon is a little less desirable to me than a round, but not by much. So I will give the Stabilo a 4. The cap stays on, and the durability is a 4. What's next? Lip pens. Now, I'm going to already tell you up front that I have some issues with the lip pens in terms of comfort. They're too small for my hand. I have bigger hands. I'm 6'2". I don't have small hands, but I find the lip pens to be uncomfortable writing for longer than a minute or two. So I'm going to give them a 2 because they are so short that my hand starts to cramp up. Now the cap, it stays on barely, and it does give the pen a little bit more length, but it doesn't really help with for the comfort very much. Also, I feel like the lip pens squish down a lot faster than some of the other fine liners do, so I'm going to give them a 2 for durability. Am I really 6'2"? Yes. Yes, I am. No, the lefty test is coming soon. Would I say the biggest difference between the Stattlers and the Stabilos are the shape? Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think the colors, we'll have to look at the colors versus each other in terms of durability. I mean, in terms of how bright they are, but I feel like the Stabilos are brighter than the Stattlers, but that could just be me. So here's a look at the two different colors, and I feel like they're very similar, but I feel like the Stabilos are a little bit brighter than the Stattlers, but not by much. They are very similar to each other. Okay, where are we at? Sharpie art pens.
Or wait. Tombow Twin Tone.
Tombow Twin Tone. Okay, the caps do not stay on. The comfort of writing with this is a 5. Like I find the writing with, actually more like a 4 because I tend to sit further ahead. And I feel like this ridge right here comes down a little bit. It's a little bit closer to where I grip than some of the other pens. So I'll give them a 4 for comfort. So Tombows get a 4 for comfort, which is what or whatever you're on. And then for durability, because of the way this tip is shaped, I'm gonna give them a 5 because these tips stand up to fucking anything. They're a different kind of tip, though, than the other fine liners, so that doesn't surprise me. Stop, Katie. Don't be weird. Now is it the Sharpie art pens?
No.
What's next?
Bic Intensity.
Bic Intensity.
Well, Sharpie art pens were totally down the list.
You know, I think my issue with the Bic Intensity is it's really skinny. And so I'm having to hold it a lot firmer to keep a handle on it. So I'm gonna give this a 4, but it's pretty comfortable. I think it's just the skinniness. If it was a little bit...
Laundry mean?
Huh? I feel like the Bic Intensity is a little bit too skinny for me, but other than that... I wish I had like a medium answer for the cap, but I'm gonna put yes for the cap. And then for durability... It's actually a 4. Give it pretty durable tip. Size does matter, Tiara. Give them for comfort, give them a 4. Zebra Sensations. And see, this is one of the things I liked about the Zebras is that they are a little chunkier than some of the other pens. Like, they're fatter, so they're a little bit more comfortable in that way, but they are fucking short as shit. And look how far this cap line goes. Like I have to hold up here to not have this ridge, or like down here and have it dig into my hand. Now the cap stays on beautifully and makes the pen longer, but then you have to sit super high up on the pen to be able to write, and I like to go down lower. So I'm gonna give these for comfort of holding. I'm gonna give them a 1 because this is awkward as shit.
Like me?
Yes.
If I was a pen, I would be...
And by pressing down, oh man, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm gonna zoom. I press down a little bit and you can see how this, I don't know if you can see very well, that the nib is now pointing in a different direction. So these get like a 1 for durability too, but the cap does stay on. That nib, I just like freaking made that nib. Have you guys ever seen the movie, The New Guy, where the teacher grabs his wiener and like yoinks it and it breaks, and then at his old school he gets known as Broke Dick? That's what I just did to that pen. I turned that pen into Broke Dick. Yes. Pilot V Razor Point.
Yeah.
Do I have a red for this? I should have a red for this. Yeah. No, I think I might have. Some of these pens I've been using for a while, so they've been sort of hiding somewhere.
Going
So
missing.
I'm gonna go for brown for the V Razor Point.
Let's be real, they're not all the same color.
The lid goes on really well. I'm gonna actually give these Pilot V Razor Points a 5 for comfort. I've used these almost exclusively in my bullet journal for several weeks or for a few weeks. And these pens are comfortable. The nib is so cushy that it makes the pen writing with it super comfortable. So these get a 5 for comfortableness. And I'm gonna look at the black one for durability because I've been using the shit out of this pen. And it still works just fine. So they get a 5 for durability too. 5 for durability, 5 for comfort. Pilot V Razor Points. Those ones are awesome.
Sharpie art pen's $5.
A Sharpie art pen, the lid stays on. And one of the things I like about these is that it's matte. And so it doesn't completely like slide everywhere. It is a short pen though. Another one of those situations. So
At least the thing isn't, the lid ridge isn't super far
yes. Art. So the lid gets a yes. Oh, fuck. There's another Broke Dick. Broke Dick. There it is. Can you see that it's going that direction? So durability, these get a 2. And for comfort, these get a 4. Oh my God, you saw in the theater with your grandpa spikes? Okay, what are we on? Broke Dick sensation. Okay, so for the comfort, they got a 2 because of how short they were. What are we on? Ultrafine?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, where'd they go?
They're lost in the Bermuda Triangle of pens.
Now see, this one has the thing here, but because it's so far back, you have a little bit more room. And if you notice, they actually bend it in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it bends in. Like it actually goes in and then back out. Like it gives you a spot to stick your callus, which is actually quite comfortable. So I'm gonna give these Ultrafine the lid stays on, so it's a yes. I'm gonna give these a 4 for comfort. And a 5 for durability. I fucked these pens up and they still keep going. Ultrafine flares are fucking rad for some things. And then we'll go for the medium flares. How many colors do you get in the V Razor packs? I'm pretty sure you get 8, question mark. You get, the thing I remember, I'm not gonna be going over this as every color, but the thing specifically from this pack that irritated me is that you got you got 4 colors that were like dark, regular colors, and then you got 4 colors that, you had colors that seemed to be more, oh no, I'm thinking of liquid flares. You get 2 blues, a purple, a brown, a green, a pink, a red, and a black. I just don't know where my red one is. All right. Here we go, red medium flare. It has the same like curved grip. It's the same, I think it was a 4 that I gave the flares. They give it the same score for medium.
I mean, they're the exact same.
Yeah. And flares squish and get a little bit broader over time, but to me, it actually makes them a little bit more broken in. So I think that the durability, like flares do really well. I have used a number of flares until they have run out of ink. Like that's, and even if it gets a little smushed, it's not heinous. Yeah, I have a dent and a callus. There's a callus here and the dent there. I've basically misshapen my hand. I have freaking writer's bunion. That's what it is. It's writer's bunion. That's the technical term for it. Writer's bunion. All right, here we go. Here's the liquid flare. This one does not have the curved edge, and it like has two different ridges here, and it digs into my hand. So this is not as comfortable as its other friends. So I'm gonna give this goes on and stays on beautifully. For comfort, I'm gonna give the liquid flare 3, but for durability, it's gonna get another 5 because the liquid flare can kick. This pen can get the shit kicked out of it and still keep going. Katie, what the hell are you doing? Oh my God. All right. So
the liquid?
3. We'll enter the rest of these in later. And then is it the Walmart pens now? The Pen Plus Gear?
Yeah.
All right. Ah! I didn't know what to expect. I hadn't done this yet. You have to like fucking like mush this on it. What the fuck? Oh no. This is like got like the octagonal shape, kind of similar to a Stabilo, but it's a little bit more. Stop it! Don't use my. That's $100 stylus, dude.
What?
That's how much that thing costs.
Why?
Because Apple is expensive. This has like the same kind of octagonal ridges as the Stabilo, but much like the I think it was the Artist Loft pens were a little bit softer, like of the Statler. This is a little bit.
Comment is probably very true.
I agree with you, April. I think you're right. I think that some of these pen manufacturers never have people who write by hand test their pens. Anyway, so this has a feel to the Stabilo. It's a little bit more rounded than the Stabilo. I'm going to give that a resounding no for the lid.
It's terrible.
It is terrible. So I'm going to give this for comfort. I'm going to give this a 4. For durability. Oh, broke dick. Oh, no.
Pen plus broke.
This is
What happened?
oh, this pen. It's not going like this anymore, RJ. After writing with it, the nib, it's like this. It's like curly. Look at it. It's just like, I'm going this way for the winter.
Show me.
No.
Can you show me?
No.
Can you show me?
Come over here and look. It's tiny. I can't just wave it at you. You're like 10 feet from me. No, don't make the lid go airborne. I need to know where that is.
Broke dick strikes again.
Oh my God. Okay. That was, I knew $3. I think that I think we found these pens were doing okay so far. I feel like we found out now why they're $3.95 for the pack. I think. Yeah, the La Pen's fucked for me too, Lakina. So, I better write that down. So that was a 1. That was some rotten garbage right there. Okay.
Great sound effects there.
Okay, where are we at?
We're at-
Arteza. So that was a 1 for durability, but for comfort, I gave it a 4. Although I kind of want to knock points off of the comfort because, like, sometimes when a fineliner feels like it's gonna buckle under the weight, it becomes less comfortable to hold because you start getting really self-conscious about whether or not you're gonna wreck your pen. So there's that, but I'm just gonna give it a 4 and just be fine with that. Oh my God, Katie, I'm not your fucking
Wait,
footrest.
what's the top? What's the highest?
The highest is 5.
5 eggplants.
Well, if it's 4, then and the tip broke.
Okay, Arteza is fairly comfortable. It's also got that kind of rounded Stabilo, a rounded Statler kind of triangle, but I'm gonna give it a 3 because it's like still not a fan for my callus. So Arteza gets a 3 for comfort. I seem to recall from this review
Lima
that this
beans. Wait, what?
lima beans are sexy, yes or no? No. I've never looked at them that way.
What do you mean? Lima beans are
Okay, the lid stays on, so that's a yes. And then as for durability, here we go. Oh, that like, oh my God.
This is an eggplant fan club. Get out of here with the lime.
Oh no. Oh God. This is another one of the cheap fine liners. And look at that, you guys. That broke dick is like going south for the winter, or maybe north, one of the directions. Let's get to another one. And this one got super fat. Look at that. It got fatter the more I wrote with it. Like it was spreading out more.
Or what they get for comfort.
Yeah, so that one gets for comfort, this gets a 3. And for durability, this gets a bullshit.
Alright, what's the next category?
The next category, so we got through all of those. We'll enter these ones in later. So the next category that we're on, I lost my notes. They're covered underneath. Audrey, you're gonna be recovering. I hope you're gonna be okay. So we got comfort. I should cross these out.
Eggplants only.
I should cross these out. So we got comfort, we did that. We did the spooge
Mommy
test.
traumatized someone.
Oh no. Broke it. The spooge test is done. Durability we looked at. Water resistance we looked at. Bleed through we looked at. So where are we at now? Let's see. We are gonna move to dry time, and then we will do the left-handed test after this. All right, here we go. So we're gonna do dry time. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write and I'm gonna swipe, and then I'm gonna write and then I'm gonna swipe, and then I'm gonna write and I'm gonna swipe.
Write
So
and swipe.
this is the way we're gonna score this, okay? Write and swipe. If it so I'm gonna write this down so you don't
Swipe
forget.
right?
Yeah, write
This is Tinder now?
and swipe. Immediately, it's dry. Like if it's dry the moment I do this, the first time I do this, it gets a 5. If it takes 5 seconds, it's a 3. And if it takes 10 seconds or more, or does it, it's a 1. So I'm gonna do immediate, I'm gonna write, swipe, count 5 seconds and swipe, and then count 10 seconds and swipe. And I'm not gonna do all 3 for every fine liner. I'm gonna stop once it's dry. Does that make sense? Here we go. All right. Are you ready? Bye, Tiara. Okay, we're gonna start with the this. I should know the order by now. I've done this, like, we've gone through this a few times. Let's go for the Statler. And so then after we do this,
Mom, they didn't say bye to you. They said bye to
she
me.
did say bye right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, can you read?
Um,
Is this too low? Is this not
Mom,
your
my
Lexile level?
what?
You're not gonna brag about your Lexile level, Katie. Okay. Here we go. So we're gonna start with the Statler. So we're gonna do immediately. Ooh, Statler dry. Sexy. Statler gets a 5. That was a.
How are pens sexy, Mom?
There are many reasons for pens to be sexy. Many.
But not lima beans?
But not lima beans.
Because we're an eggplant club.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Artist Loft. Artist Loft dried too. Woohoo!
I see a little.
A little bit of a smudge. Okay, so let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Artist Loft gets a 3.
I'd give it a 4.
No, we're just doing 5, 3, or 1.
Okay.
We're just gonna keep it easy. All right. Okay, what's next? Stabilo? Come on, Stabilo. Bacon. Stabilo gets a 5. Woohoo, Stabilo! Not that I'm biased or anything.
5.
Yep. What's next?
The pens.
Le Pens. Come on, Le Pens. You've been failing. You need to. Oh, that's smeared. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Le Pens gets a 3. What's next?
Tombow twin tone.
Tombow twin tone. Dude, there's like no dark greens in the Tombow twin tones. We're gonna use a teal. That'll work. Tombow twin tone gets a 5. What's next?
Thick intensity.
Thick intensity. Here we go. Oh, that's smeared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, thick intensity gets a 3. The lefty test is
so
coming.
much better than the gel pens.
I know, the gel pens were heinous. We're going to do the lefty test after this. And what we discovered is that the dry test and the lefty test do not always correspond with each other. I think it's because it's a lot different when your hand is rubbing it than when you're rubbing like a finger on it. I just said rub twice in the same sentence.
Rub, rub, rub.
Rub-a-dub-dub. Thanks for the grub. Zebra sensations.
Super. Okay.
Oh, that's smeared like a motherfucker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's smeared again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we have our first 1. It didn't smear though that time on the bright side. 0 comes if 10 seconds is still not enough time. That was not the case for those guys. What's next?
Pilot V razor point.
Pilot V razor point.
Hey, listen, my bracelet jangles on your iPad.
Don't break my iPad. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I gotta do that again. Stop it! Katie, that iPad costs more than you did.
I doubt that.
Okay, that's smeared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Pilot V razor point gets a 3. This is the most compelling of all of the things.
Sitting and waiting for 5 seconds.
What's next?
Sharpie art pens.
Sharpie art pens. Sharpie art pens.
Sharpie.
My god, Sharpie art pens. Oh man. Oh man. That basically is like I watercolored with my greasy ass finger. Look at that. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's still smeared. Sharpie art pens get a 0. Oh my god.
Mom, do you have baby wipes on the ready?
Oh yeah, I do have baby wipes for your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll get a towel too so you can dry it off as well after you clean it up. What's next?
Paper maple.
Ultrafine flares. Those Sharpie pens though, that was disappointing. Oh. So Sharpies do need to stick to permanent markers. Okay, Katie, stop. Sharpie fart pen. Stephanie, you're on fire, dude. Okay, here we go. I guess I could zoom this in so you guys can see some of this, even though it's not quite so easy to see. Okay, here we go. Ultrafine. I can't tell if I did that right or not. Let's try it again. That's smeared. Okay.
Sharpie ripoffs called
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, I saw those. My sister's gonna order me some of the Skirpies. Okay, so Ultrafine gets a 3. Yeah, my sister's gonna, Auntie Amy's gonna order me a box of Skirpies. They actually have them on eBay. I think that's gonna be my Christmas present, is a box of Skirpies from my sister. Medium flares.
Wait, what
Okay. That was it was a 3 for those. Skirpies. Yeah. Like you have to go make sure
They're like Sharpie herpes.
you have to make sure that you have to make sure that you use only water around the genital area, otherwise you might inflame your pH and get a bad case of the Skirpies. Papermint Ultrafine was a 3. It smeared, but then it didn't smear after 5 seconds. Skirpies? What is it like is it kind of like a skort? Except something else. Okay, here we go. Medium.
Sharpies with herpes. Skirpies.
That one's smeared. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey Mom, don't you think it's funny that a character named Mr. Krabs lives in a place called Bikini Bottom?
Yes, I do find that funny. It gets a medium Sharpies get a 3 as well.
Oh god, I'm so afraid for what's gonna happen next.
Liquid flare. Liquid flare. Yeah, this is gonna smear. Spoiler alert. We can see the moisture on the paper when I draw with this thing. Oh, I'm gonna use a different color though because the neon. One of the issues I have with the liquid flares is that their color selection is very strange. So I'm gonna use a darker color so that it's gonna be easier to see. Let's try this again.
What happened?
I could probably have brought it all the way across the paper.
Why can't you do that?
Try it again, just for experiment's sake. How far will it go? The spread I did with them, Alicia. Oh my God! No! Give me a second here.
Ow!
Oh, Katie, you're making this hard for me to turn. Okay, I can't pull out because Katie has her legs on me. But like, that spread with the liquid flares looked super cool. But if you turned the page, like the whole other side, you could damn near read it because of all the bleed through. It was fucking nuts. Okay, let's do 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's smeared too, so they get a 0. Liquid flares.
Oh my God.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
next?
Okay, give me a second. No! Oh, the answer's cleared!
No! Katie! Oh, you suck. Okay. We have to retrace our steps. Okay. I know that the Statler... Katie, oh my God. Michelle, this is like, it's like drawing paper. It's like middle brow. It's not as awesome as like really thick paper, and it's not as shitty as like copy paper. It's like middle of the road paper. Okay. Okay. So let's retrace our steps. Let's go down the list. Katie, your hysteria is making my shit less efficient. Okay.
My stomach hurts.
How do you undo in Safari?
What? What do you mean?
Can't you like undo what you
No,
just
Mom, I accidentally closed the app.
did?
And when you close the
Okay,
app...
right category, right dry time, and then we're gonna retrace our steps. I'm not redoing this shit. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Deb, Katie just erased all of the data that we have collected from this particular test. Okay, so the first one was Statler, and that was a 5. The second one was Artist Loft, and that was also a 5. No, it wasn't. That was a 3. We had to do 2 of those. Then the next one was a Stabilo. That was a 5. Next was,
The pens.
and that was a 3. Next was,
Combo.
and that was a 5.
And we were all surprised.
Yes. Next. What was the next one?
Bic.
Bic, that was a 3. And then
Z broke dick sensation.
the Z broke dick was a 1.
Oh no, it's 11.
Then what was next?
Wait. Pilot V Razor.
Pilot V Razor was a 1. No, it was a 3. No, it was a 1. I guess I could watch this again. Okay, what's after that?
Sharpie art pens.
Sharpie art pens were a 0. And then
Ultrafine.
Ultrafine was a 3.
And medium was also a 3.
Yes.
And then liquid was 0.
No, Ultrafine was a 5 and medium was also a 5. No, Ultrafine was a 3 and medium was a 3. Yeah. And then liquid flares was a 0.
Now we're on pen plus gear.
Pen plus gear. We got this. We brought it back, you guys. We recovered.
Who knows if it's accurate?
Yeah. We recovered. It sounds about right. Katie, you are so warm. Oh my God. You are so warm. My legs are going to get so sweaty. This is inappropriate. Okay, pen plus gear. Ooh, you go, Walmart pen. 5. And then,
Sharpie, you need to get your shit together.
yes, and so what's the last one?
Arteza.
Arteza. Okay. Does she have a fever? No. Maybe. She'd be dying of teenager syndrome.
I just got back from camp.
Yeah, she just got back from camp, so
And
she's.
I was feeding it, and my voice is gone.
Yeah,
Katie
is officially like out of fucks to give. Okay.
Which is why I
Artesia.
don't care about this whole thing.
Artesia gets a
rather
5.
be in my bed right now than doing lefty tests for mom.
Katie.
Because I don't care.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
If you ever want pens from me, you're gonna work for me.
Okay.
You work hard for the pens.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you gave me the chameleon pens.
Did you read those? I did. I did give you the chameleon pens because I had to give somebody those pens. Artesia was a 5.
Okay.
All right,
Alright,
so
we're
that's
done
done.
with that.
Yeah, we're done with that. So now it's the lefty test.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
I don't want to move.
Okay, well, we can do something else before we do the lefty test because I need to test scratchiness and highlighter.
Yeah.
So we'll do scratchiness and highlighter. So I'm just gonna write.
Well, my voice gets a
Your voice is scratchiness. So I could have done this when I did the other one, but I wasn't paying enough attention. I was too confused as it was. So we're gonna start with scritchiness, and then we're gonna go. And I'm gonna use the black in these pens, even though they're colorful, because I think that the black will be the easiest one.
This would be the proper spelling of scritchiness.
Scritchiness, yes, that's how you spell like scratch, but with an I. I'm gonna use the black for these because I want it to be really obvious with the highlighter test, and I'm gonna go back and highlight the same row. So we're gonna start with Statler, and I hate to say it because Statlers irritate me, but these write like you're using a pillow. It's so not scratchy. Statlers are very soft and lovely, so Statler gets a 5. Okay. Artist Loft. Much like gel pens, I find that fine liners tend to be less scratchy because they're so mushy. So Artist Loft. I think Artist Loft is like just one step below Statler in terms of squishiness, so I will give it a 4. And then
Stabilo.
Stabilo. Now, I love Stabilos, but they are scratchier than other fine liners. I will give a Stabilo a 3. It pains my soul to say that, but I'm being honest, even though I love Stabilos so very much.
You got a 3?
It got a 3. Do a plan with me where I tell Katie how to decorate and she does all the drawing, lettering, and stickering.
Ooh.
That could be fun. Maybe we'll do that next month.
I want-
Do it for the lefties, Katie.
I want to fuck up your computer.
Bye, Mikey. Okay, so Stabilo got a 3 because it was scratchy. What's next?
Le pens.
Le pens.
I can see why you wanted this. It smells really good.
Give Le Pens a 4. Tombow Twin Tone?
Yeah.
Oh, I already know what this is going to be like.
Bad.
Scratchy as fuck. It's kind of tip it is. Oh, yeah. Tombow gets a 1. Tombow is... Can't hate too much. I think it's the style of nib, but if you don't like scratchiness, Tombow's like nails on a fucking chalkboard. Bic Intensity?
Yeah. I'm crying.
I would rate Bic Intensity with Stabilos, so I give it a 3.
Zebra sensations.
Zebra Sensations.
So weird to say.
Sensations. Zebroke dick sensations. Oh, dude. This is scratchy too. I can't even spell. Scratchy as fuck. I would give Zebra a 2. Slightly less scratchy than the Tombow, but only mostly. They mostly come out. So Zebra gets a 2. Pilot V Razor Point. This is gonna do well. Pilot V Razor Points are comfortable as shit, dude. Yeah, that gets a 5. That's sexual.
Stop, Mom.
Okay, what's next?
One pilot gears.
Oh, did Emily have the same suggestion? Yes. You guys are awesome. You and Monchel both. And maybe we'll do that. Maybe next month, depending on when I'm going to do the live plan with me. I usually try to plan them. I try to plan them for when the kids are at their dad's house, but that doesn't always work out that way. So I might be able to do that. I would like to get Jesse to do it too, but I don't think he'd be down. I don't think Jesse's willing to make an ass of himself on social media the way I am. I think Jesse is anti making an ass out of himself. So that was a 5 for the V Razor Point. Sharpie art pens. Come on, Sharpie. After watercoloring with your ass with my greasy finger, you need to come back, kid. I would give Sharpie art pen a 3.
What the frick?
Yeah, it's like the same as the Stabilo and the Thick Intensity.
Ew. What did Sharpie get?
3. And like, I'm not gonna say that these pens being scratchy is a change in judgment, because like I love Stabilo pens and they are a little bit scratchier, but I find that sometimes the scratchier pens don't necessarily bend as quickly either. So it just depends on what you're interested in. Ultrafine.
They're stiffer.
Yes, they're stiffer. The Ultrafine, which I'm going to make the prediction that the Ultrafine is going to be the scratchiest of the 3 paper mates. Oh yeah. Oh, that's fucking. Oh. Flare. That gets a 1. Scratchy as fuck. I think I used the shit out of this one though. I think I've used that one a crap ton. That was when I used my planner a bunch. Okay, let's give it a 2 because I think that one was extra scratchy because.
Do you not use your planner as much?
No, I was using the Black Papermate Ultrafine Flare like almost consistently for about a month. So I used the
Well,
shit.
you said when you used your planner a bunch.
No, I meant in this one I used in my plan. I've used a bunch of these ones a bunch, and I think I just wrecked this one because the other one wasn't scratchy as much, but it was still scratchy. So give it a 2. Ultrafine gets a 2. Medium. The light pen is very bold. This one's going to be bold too. Medium. Actually, no, this flare is not quite as bold as the pen. This one has a little bit of that squeaky, like that sound your sneakers make on linoleum when it's raining outside. Even if you dry your feet off, they still tend to squeak a little bit. So I would give this a 3. It's not scratchy, but it's squeaky. And that's also annoying. Liquid
Like me?
Flare. Yes.
I have all the pens.
Liquid Flare.
We are all the pens.
I give Liquid Flare 4. It's a little scratchy, but not much.
People are pens, annoying in different ways, but generally the same.
Are we on to the Walmart pens?
What would the liquid ones get?
4.
Yeah, we're into pencil gear.
Oh, that's scratchy as fuck. Okay, that gets a 2. And then, so that one gets a 2, and then we're on to the Arteza.
Yep.
I have to keep like manhandling these pens everywhere so that I.
Yeah, Mom, why do you have to make
Katie,
it so complicated?
Don't worry about it.
You were complaining about how inefficient it was.
Okay, the Arteza gets a 3. All right, so that's the scratchiness. So I'm gonna. Arteza gets a 3, and I'm gonna take my pen. I'm just gonna dry this, like just to run this right over the liquid flares, so that they are dry for sure. This is just my heat gun. Just double checking that everything's dry before I try and run highlighters. Yes, but it also.
But you use it for everything.
I use it to dry things out, man. Okay, so this is all dry. All dry.
Can you burn paper with it?
Yes, I have burned paper with it. Like, not set it on fire necessarily, but like scorch it.
Good job.
All right. We'll grab the yellow highlighter because that's the most highlighty of the highlighters.
Use the mild lighter.
All right.
Is that what? Do you not like the mild lighters?
Yeah, Alyssa, yeah, I'll try and save this. And I mean, this is my sketchbook, so it'll be sitting on my shelf for a while. So yeah, I'll come back. If somebody reminds me in 6 months, I'll take a look at this and see if they left the oily stain you're talking about. All right, we're gonna highlight. Let's see how they do. Here we go. This is gonna be another one of those yes or no highlighter friendly.
Except for the one that you messed up.
What?
The one where I have to
Yeah, that one's just gonna be a 0 or a
1.
And we'll fix that later. All right. Here we go. Statlers. I'm really nervous about this. I think that most of these are not going to be highlighter friendly, but we'll see. Oh, that's not friendly. You gotta like wipe the black off it. Statlers, a no. Artist Loft is a no. Stabilo is a no. Le Pens are yes. Yeah, Le Pens, even being like the most juicy looking one of this whole list. That's pretty sexy.
Mom,
All right.
stop calling pens sexy.
Tombow is a no. Bic Intensity is a hell no. That's like a fucking no as fuck right there. Okay. Can I zoom in? Yeah, sorry guys. I'm really bad at remembering to zoom in when I'm live. So here's where we're at right now. Le Pens have not bled at all. Stabilo and Tombow both bled, but it's harder to see on camera, but it is there. But Bic Intensity is basically like, hell no, we won't highlight. Zebra Sensations. Nope. Wait a minute. Was that one of the waterproof ones?
Yeah. That was the one water.
Zebra Sensations is one of the waterproof ones. So waterproof my experiment was wrong. Waterproof does not necessarily equal to highlightability. Good to know. Pylite v Razor. Nope. Sharpie Art Pens. This was the other waterproof one. And oh, hell no. That changed my highlighter to an entirely different color. Ultrafine Flare. Nope. Medium Flare. Nope. Liquid Flare. Nope. Walmart Pens. Nope. And then Arteza. Arteza was highlightable. So there's only a couple of them. I think it's Le Pens and Arteza are the only two that were highlightable, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I saw.
Look through all the answers.
Yes. Yeet. Hell no. Oh, hell no. Yeah, okay. So
I mean,
now
it's
we
what you
know
were
for
saying,
the highlighter test that Arteza and Le Pens are the only two that have survived the highlighter test. All right. Now, so we've done the highlighter test. We've done the highlighter test. We've done dry time. We've done that one. Scratchiness. Okay, so we're into the lefty test, and then the last couple of things we're going to look at have to do with how bright and vibrant the colors are, how they look compared to each other. All right. So, we want to check with colored pencils. That's the other thing I'm going to do here. Sorry. I want to see if any of these can write on top of colored pencils, because the rationale behind this is that often these colorful fine liners are utilized in coloring, and so you want to know if they're going to be able to work well with other mediums, or if you have to use them by themselves. Like some people like to color with more than just one thing. Sometimes they like to color with pens and with colored pencils. So we're going to see if these can write on top of colored pencil or not. Now again, this is not a score. This is going to be just yes or no. And so any of these yes or no questions are mostly for your information, as in like, will this work for this thing, or will it not work for this thing? You know? Like, it doesn't make it a good or a bad pen, it just makes it only good for something. Bic smear intensity. Yes. No, I talked about leaving the cap off. There's a couple of them that you can. Stabilo is one, or Statler is one of them, and I can't remember what the other one is. I gotta like look it up. One of these other ones. I tested both of those in a video. I will do that, but I can't do that in this video because I want to leave them open for 24 hours. So I will probably take one of each, maybe the color in all of these I don't like, and leave them open overnight. And then when I do the video on Tuesday, you'll be able to see which ones survived and which ones didn't survive. So I can't do that right now though. I'm gonna do that for the follow-up video on Tuesday. Okay, here's color pencils. This is a Derwent Color Soft pencil. It is not a waxy pencil. I purposefully did not pull out the polychromos because those are kind of oily, and I think that they would be harder for these pens to work on. So I picked a
I
pencil.
already know that the medium that the paper made is not gonna work.
Yeah, have you tried it before?
Yes. It is like the pen that school makes you get every year, and it does not work on top of colored pencil.
Well, good to know, Katie. So I'm just gonna grab another green here. We'll just go on top. I'm gonna test it, just not, yeah. Ooh, Statler went right on top of it though. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. That was comfortable. I didn't feel any drag or anything, so that's a yes. So just put this color pencil test, and then yes or no. Okay. Artist Loft. I wasn't expecting that. So these color pencils are the Derwent Color Soft colored pencils. Sorry, I'm moving everything around. Let me see if I can pull these out again. They are, I love these color pencils. They're super soft, these guys. They're super soft. They're not waxy. These are, like I have other color pencils, the polychromos come to mind, where they're super kind of oily. And I would not recommend those with this probably at all. But these color soft ones are so soft that I don't think they'll be the, if a pen is gonna be able to survive on this, these will be a good test for that. Okay, hey Rhiannon. Okay, here's the Artist Loft. Now that felt waxy as fuck. Like it still shows up well, but it felt weird. I wonder if that would gunk the pen up. So we'll give that a no, because even though it looks okay, it felt like it was gonna cause problems. Yeah, you're right. I think April, you were the one who brought this up to me originally. The Stabilos feel super waxy on top of the color pencils too, so that would be a no for those.
Oh wait, I haven't been paying attention.
Okay, yes for Statler's, no for Artist Loft and Stabilo. What's the next one?
Le Pens.
Le Pens.
Le Pens.
Ooh, Le Pen felt good though. Le Pen's a yes. What's next? Tombow.
I just
Oh God, that didn't even write. Like that couldn't even, ew. Gotta get that off the pens. Tombow's a fuck no. Okay.
I just look up and I see a kidney flipping me off.
Yeah, it's my angry kidney mug. What's next after Tombow? Bic Intensity? Yeah, Bic Intensity wasn't really a fan of that either, so Bic Intensity is no. The Z-Broke Dicks.
So stupid.
I wrote on top of it, so that gets a yes.
Did it break?
No, it didn't break, but it felt kind of funky, but it still gets a yes. It's different than this to be. Actually, you know what? It did have that same like waxy feeling though, so I would give that a no as well. It's similar to the Stabilo. Like it shows up okay, but it feels fucking weird when you're writing with it. I don't know, man. I'm not seeing any drag or anything on these, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. All right, Pilot V Razor Point. I don't want to jack these pens up. I love them so much. Well, that's smeared on top of it, but it wrote just fine, so that's a yes. And then Sharpie Art Pens. Sharpie, the Skirpies. Skirpie Art Pens. That wrote just fine. So Scarpie is a yes. Now we're on to the flares. The flare family. The family of flares. Katie, oh my God, your foot is digging into my thigh. Ow! Okay. This looks like a freaking piece of modern art. Papermate Flare worked, the Ultrafine worked just fine.
The Flairmily.
The Flairmally. Medium Flare,
It must be a weird Thanksgiving.
that feels fucking weird. So the Ultrafine Flare works okay, but the Medium Flare feels really crispy
So
on
wait,
top
does
of it.
Ultrafine get a yes or a no?
A yes, but Medium gets a no. It's like crispy
Damn
feeling.
it, Ultrafine.
It's crispy feeling.
You're crispy feeling.
You're crispy feeling.
You're crispy. You're moist.
Here, I'll check this one to see how it smears. This is Liquid Flare. Oh, well, that smeared even worse on top of the color pencil. But it wrote just fine on the color pencil. It's just super moist. Super moist. So Papermate Flares is yes, but it smears, but it works. What's next? Walmart? Wally World?
Imagine if Disney made a theme park about Wally.
No, those they don't even show up that much.
What would it be? Just like a bad Earth?
I don't know. Okay, so the Pen Plus here are a no, and then the Arteza. Ah! Oh my God. Schmear, yeah, like bagels. Schmear. Schmear.
Oh, me and Miles at camp, we were all just when we did crossover.
Well, it's smeared, but it wrote okay. So Arteza's a yes.
The whole time we were just like, Wookie.
Huh. Okay. So yeah. All right. So now that we've done that,
the ones that did the worst were the Tombow, and they were fuck no. Everything else was just like no.
Brittany, okay, Katie, legs off because it's your turn. You're up.
Okay.
So let me get out of your way. Now, do you want to rate these, or do you just want to do the yes or no, like what we've been doing with some of the other ones?
I
I
think I should just do yes or no, because.
So are they lefty friendly or not? Because I mean, to be honest, if it smears at all, it's not lefty friendly. It doesn't matter how much it smears.
Yeah,
it's not
it just
lefty friendly.
it just looks, it makes your thing look bad.
Yeah, so it's only lefty friendly if it doesn't smear when you write with it. So we're doing the lefty test.
Alright, skedaddle.
Give me a second. Lefty
Skedaddle.
test. All right, guys. So we're doing the lefty test. We're gonna rate this on just yes or no. Are they friendly for
Mom,
lefties?
you eat beagles?
Yes. I eat beagles. Beagles. Beagles and schmear.
Move, Mom.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do the lefty test.
I'm struggling.
Yeah, because there's a cord underneath there, dude. You have to lift the chair over it. Yeah, okay. All right. So what color do you want to work with? We want to do a nice dark color so it shows up.
Yeah, let me look.
Here are some baby wipes for you to wipe your hand off after each. And then just use that paper towel right there to dry off your hand so that it's, use the
Okay.
side that doesn't have like color on it.
Oh, what's the first one?
What color, what kind of color you want to use? You want to use the same kind of color? You want to do like blue?
Let me see.
It's like the kind of blue. It's probably a good one to test with.
Sure.
Okay, so it's the Statler. So here we go. We can zoom in a little bit. So just keep an eye on where the camera is so that people can see when you're writing with it, okay? Move the paper around if you need to. All right? Here we go. Lefty test. Got the Statler. Woo! Look at your hand. What do you think? Did it pass or did it not pass?
Okay, that's just from me being goofing around.
Okay, but what do you think looking at it? Does it pass or does it not pass?
It passes.
Okay, Statler passes the lefty test.
I also think I'm not the right lefty to test this.
What?
Because I sit still and write.
So? Your hand drags across it when you write. So here, you're done with that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, do you want to write so that the coil's not in the way? You want to flip it around? Like yawn? So that the coil's not in your way? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Center it so that you know where the camera is and that people can see. So far the Statler is lefty approved. Here's the artist aloft.
That just skip.
So just write a swirly zigzag across the page, April said. Swirly, swirly. Just make it long enough so that you can get a real like look. Shmoo. Okay. What do you think? How'd that do? Sticking your head. You can lift the book up. You don't have to put your head right under the camera. Well, what's the verdict on this one?
That's good.
That one's good?
Yeah.
All right.
You're doing a lot better than the gel pens.
They are doing a lot better than the gel pens. Wait till you get to the liquid flare. There's the
Oh god.
the Stabilo. You need to like unzoom it if you're gonna do that. People can't see the whole thing when you're doing that. There.
I made a mess.
Okay, how was that one?
I mean, it didn't smear, so.
So is that friendly? Look at your hand. Yeah? Stabilo is lefty friendly? Okay.
Yeah.
Le pen. Actually, here, use this one instead.
Wow, look at that creative naming.
Blue?
Yeah.
How's your pen, your hand?
It's fine.
Let us know if we put it in there. So that one's good. Lay pens are good.
Yeah.
Tombow Twin Tone. Nope. Yeah, that'll work. Take this, the skinny side, but that one's the one you want to use. That's the one we're testing.
Oh, that's so scratchy.
Yeah, I told you that one's scratchy.
I don't like it. Look at that.
But how is it in terms of leftiness?
I mean, it's so scratchy it didn't smear. Okay, next.
Bic intensity. So it's that bucket, the little skinny one. Up. Nope. Yep, that one.
Oh, dude, it's tiny.
Lakina's like, the Statlers are doing great. That smeared, didn't it? A little bit.
Yeah.
Did it get on your hand?
No.
No. What do you say?
I'm not very heavy-handed.
Yeah. So what do you say about that, though?
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Next.
Zebroke Dick. Here. Okay, why don't you show them your hand right now at this point? Is there any pen on it? Is there any transfer on your pinky? Like any ink on your pinky?
No.
No ink? So far, she's doing pretty good. There's no transfer. When we did the gel pen testing, Katie was covered in ink. So these are doing pretty good. The Fineliners are actually surviving. Make sure you keep it in the frame though, okay? So check before you write to look on top of the camera to make sure you're in frame, okay? You're not going to see it on the computer because the computer's delayed. You have to look up here.
What are these ones?
These are the B razor points. I wouldn't be surprised if this one leaves some ink on your hand. They're pretty juicy.
Yeah.
That's
That
not
is,
lefty?
that is not.
Nope.
Nope.
So
Mom, look at
policy.
that. Mom, look at that.
Why don't you show them your hand? Oh, that's smeared right there. Why don't you show them your hand? Here. Right there. She's got ink on the pinky. You want to wipe your hand off? Just put it in the pile right there, yeah. And then you just dry it off with a paper towel. All right. You need the Skirpies.
So stupid.
Okay, so in the box underneath your sketchbook.
Scourgeburg.
Scourgeburg.
Scourgeburg! Oh, I just screamed into that microphone.
Here. This is a pain in my butt. Here.
Thank you.
That looks like it's smeared, doesn't it? Like It looks like it's got like a halo around it. Is it on your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. The Sharpie, nope, further down. There you go. The Sharpie made it onto her hand and it's smeared, so Sharpies are not lefty friendly. The Sharpie art pens. The Skirpies. All right. Now we're on to the Flare Melee, the Papermate Flare Melee. So we'll start with the Ultra Fine. My personal favorites in high school. Oh, hold on. There you go. What do you think?
I think it's fine.
Ultrafine is okay? Must be a number. Damn it.
Yeah, that's what I kept telling you.
One. Okay. Okay, medium.
What?
Medium flares going.
What?
What?
What is that? What?
She probably just accidentally hit the keyboard. It's fine. Grab a pen out of the one of the blue ones, yeah. Okay, so this
Not
is
excited about this one.
medium Sharpie or medium flares.
Oh god, that's.
It's okay. You have baby wipes. Well, what you got?
Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Actually, wait.
In your pinky? So is that a no?
Yeah.
Papermate flares, medium point, not Katie's favorite. So then the liquid flares.
After writing many an essay with these,
You've learned that they are not your friend.
not my friend.
All right. Here. Let's go. Here you go. And here is the liquid flare. Lakina, I understand. I love fine liners. They're my favorite kind of pen. Gel pens, to me, piss me off after a while. I like some gel pens, but as a category, fine liners are my favorite. Okay, go ahead. Liquid flare. Are you afraid of this one?
Mm-hmm.
Are you afraid? Are you prepared? Oh. It looks like it has fur. It's okay, Deb. It looks like it has fur. Oh my God. Let's see your hand.
Alright, let's try this.
Oh my God. It's like you're adding shadows and painting it. Holy shit.
Oh
No. Your hand is so blue. Well, now we know. So far, the most unfriendly to lefties is the liquid liquid flare.
no! Wow!
Holy crap. You're gonna need like a whole baby wipe to clean that up.
No, it's not coming off!
There you go. It's the pen plus gear.
It's not coming off.
Maybe we should use a different color then, so that if it does get on you, it'll be a different color. You wanna do that? Okay. Here, use this red. That way, if there's a color on you, if it's blue, you'll know it's not that pen.
Make it blue.
Make it blue. Make it pink. Yeah, if you keep drawing with that, Katie, it would look like you painted it. Like it was all abstract.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's for dinner.
I don't know yet. How'd that do?
Seems good.
Okay. So that one's fine?
Yeah.
And then the last one is Arteza. We'll pick a different color as well so that if this does smear on you, it won't be blue. Here. We'll use this one here. Katie, don't be weird. Okay, last one for the lefty test, Arteza. Okay, what do you think, Katie? This one works for you? It's lit? That's not how you write percent, dude. You're in like honors math next year and you don't know where to put the percent sign? Oh my God, is that like is that this? I think you're delirious, dude. Sorry, those are a yes though? It looks like a sad turkey. Here we go. Dun dun dun, sad turkey. So you said a yes though for the Arteza? Okay, submit. All right. Well, thank you, Katie, for sacrificing. This actually went pretty well though. I feel like the only, I think it was the Bic wasn't great, but it was okay. I think the only one that was like legitimately raw bullshit for lefties was the liquid flares. Am I right? Okay, so then the only thing that I have left to test for this particular video is vibrancy. And I feel like rather than test these with the individual pens, I actually have swatch pages in my bullet journal, and ultimately the information that I have in terms of which ones of these are vibrant or they're not I'll talk about color range and all that in the video on Tuesday, as to which ones have the best color range and which ones have the shittiest color range. But I will tell you right now, from doing all of the testing I've done in this last month, that they all have varying degrees of brightness. They all have varying degrees of brightness. But, like if you look for an example at the Stabilo versus the Statler, they're very similar to each other. They're not exactly the same, but they are very similar to each other. And the Le Pens are also very similar in terms of vibrance. The Papermate Flares are also very vibrant. Most of these fine liners are actually pretty great when it comes to what they look like. The only ones that I really, really think suck when it comes to how bright and vibrant they are, like vibrancy wise, and I'll talk more about this on Tuesday, but I will tell you flat out that the Sensations, move your hand, the Sensations, these pens right here, the Sensations look like they're highlighters. They don't, like they look like they're mild liners. These pens do not have any sort of vibrancy to them. The Arteza, not quite as vibrant as some of the other ones, but more vibrant than this garbage. The Sensations are the least vibrant of any of them. And then the Sharpie art pens, I believe I have those in my other bullet journal. I did those last year, I think. And those, the Sharpie art pens were, where are you in here? I don't know if they're in here or not. I'll have to do some swatches. Maybe what I'll do is I will create swatches of all of these pens and then like make those pictures.
Hey Mom, you got a request from April.
What's up?
On the spreadsheet, can you add whether the colors are numbered, named, or neither?
Yes, I can do that because that's really fucking annoying when they're not. I'll tell you right now, those Arteza pens, they're not numbered. The colors don't match the barrels. And I can put that in the spreadsheet as well. Do the colors match the barrels? Because the Arteza ones, I can tell you right now, they do
This
not.
is not.
Not even close to matching the barrels. Yeah, so maybe what I will do is create swatch pages of all of the colors and then have those pictures available on the website along with, like on my website, along with the spreadsheet so that you can look at the color vibrancies for yourself and decide which ones work best for you because it's a personal preference. I just will say that unless you're looking for highlighter and pen form, the Sensations colors they're so disappointing. They're so disappointing. But when I post the spreadsheet, I will also make available pictures of all of the color palettes so that you can look at them side by side and see which colors look awesome to you. Anyway, I think that's going to be the end of the good to know, Jamie. I still need to do a video on those themselves, but I think that's going to be the end of this testing video. So the results for which pen came out with the highest score, which pens are the most desirable for me, blah, blah, blah. That will all be in the video that goes up on Tuesday, including comparisons of price and everything else. And I will do a blog post on my website that will have all of that information available on the spreadsheet plus pictures so that you guys can look at everything and compare them. And eventually I'll go back and do the same thing for the gel pens, but not right now. So, anyway, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this up here. So unless there's any other questions, I really appreciate you guys coming on. Katie, thank you so much for allowing all of us to spend the time with you and take up your valuable, valuable teenager time.
I'm tired.
I know you're tired. I'm tired too. Anyway, unless there's any other questions, I'm going to sign off here, you guys. But thank you so much for chatting along in the live chat. And if you're watching this on the replay, I hope that you were able to get something out of this. But there will be more information coming on Tuesday with the final wrap up of all of this and see which ones of these came out on top. Anyway, you guys, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you later.